Hello, this is Judy. Welcome back to my Facebook page and video. We're going to be putting together the Stamp of the Month card kits for this month. And I'm going to see if I can find myself on my computer. There I am. And all right. Sorry, I've been missing in action. I've had a lot going on this month, and I'm going to try and get this done so I can get all of them sent out to everybody and have the video ready for them to watch, to put it together. Okay, these are the two cards. Now, as you know, or may not know, every month, Close to My Heart has a Stamp of the Month that is available for $18.95. It's the standard price for a D size stamp set. This is that size. However, these are labeled as a S according to what month they are. So 2021 for May. Flowers for You. This is this month's Stamp of the Month. And if you spend $50, you can get it for $5. Or if you're VIP and you spend $50, you get it free. So that's the detail on the sale for them. And this month is a really pretty flower arrangement with a really pretty circle flower, which is this one, that is perfect for shaker cards. It fits perfect, and you'll see that in a moment when I stamp it. It has some really cool sentiments on it. You inspire me, just keep smiling, just because, happy birthday, happy everything, and it has a thankful. And it has a little stamp dots there to use for extra decoration, and I'll be using that. It has a couple little stamps for fillers. Oh, it has love. So it's real pretty. So I wanted to just go over how to make these cards. This one's very simple. This one's a little more complicated, so we'll do the simple one first. And you get two of each card. You get two of this one you can put together and two of this one to put together. And I'm sending everybody the shaker component to put those together as well. So you'll see that when we put it together. You get everything you need except for, the stamp set and the ink. So I'm using our Black Intense ink, and this stamp set, this particular stamp portion is quite large. It's long and it's wide. So I'm going to have to use this big block because it's the only block that it fit on for the size it was. So if you have a bigger size block, that's what you would need, or a stamp positioner would work fine as well. So you'll get two cards for this, and what's included is your base, and you will get this white piece that you're going to stamp and then put on the back. That. Then you're going to get your frame. And you're going to get this little piece here that goes underneath your flowers. It looks kind of like a flower box design is how I made it. And you're going to get some ribbon to put across it. This yellow zip strip piece to stamp if you would so desire. I put happy everything. I'm going to use Just Keep Smiling for this card for my demo. And then you color it in and it's done, and it's really simple. So this is made with our rectangle thin cut frame. It cuts out this portion, and then the inner portion is this, and it has that stitched border around it. I love those rectangles. They come in squares as well, and then the circle shaker card component that's cut out is also a shaker, or is also the stitched. It looks like this. Okay, So we will need something to stamp on. You could use the little foam insert that's in your stamp set. That's this thing. I'm not going to use that because I have this dense foam here. And this dense foam is the Fiskars little cutting mat. Okay. It's got a dense foam on it. You could also use our Versamat, which is this. It has the dense foam on the back. Okay. For bigger projects. So I'm going to put scrap paper over it so I don't stamp on it because this is quite wide. Now for this piece, you're going to want to, let's see, the magnets hold it. Put your stamp on your block, and then you could put your ink on it this way. Try not to get ink anywhere else on the block, or else you're going to get ink elsewhere. You don't want it. And oh, hi Sue and Teresa. I see you're in Texas, Teresa. I hope you're having fun and staying cool. I just got back from North Carolina and it was very pleasant there. However, now it's supposed to be like 90 degrees, so I'm glad we went last week. So, all right, so you're going to put it on here and stamp it. And press down. This block is so big, I'm using my muscles. I have calluses on my hand. I've been working in the garden. We went from winter, right, snow on Mother's Day, to summer in 2 weeks. And I have so much work to do, and I've got a horse show this weekend, so I've been really, really busy, and I'm sorry I haven't been online, but, you know, that's life, and I'd rather be busy than not, right? Okay, so this is what you have, and you're going to get this piece in your packet, and if you don't want it to cover up a lot of the flowers, you can cut it down. Okay, so you cut it down, cut off part of the yellow, the pink, to make it smaller. Okay, so then you just fit what you have left over the top of the white piece. All right, so the ribbon is really pretty silver shiny ribbon, and this is not from Close to My Heart. We do have a gold edged ribbon, however, that is just gorgeous. I'm using silver for this, and you also can color these with your Tri-Blend markers. So if you have some, don't forget to use your Tri-Blend markers. Alcohol markers are so good for so many different things. Okay, so I'm going to use this 1/8 of an inch tape. Let me get this off here and put it along here, because this will be what I adhere the ribbon to. Okay. And sometimes I'll make a bow, and then I will make the bow and then have the tails going out, but I didn't do that for this one. I actually cut the ribbon. So I'm going to attach the ribbon, and you should have enough ribbon in your card kit to do whatever design you would like. Okay, I pre-cut this. You're going to get a big long strip. I pre-cut it so that it would fit across here. And then for this, if you have this double-sided adhesive tape, okay, you can use this to make a glue dot. Okay, you're just going to fold it and get it stuck to itself. And then this is the actual double-sided tape. Okay, so I just folded it up, and I'm going to fold it some more and put it on your card, and then you're going to stick your ribbon to it. And I probably could have made it a little bit neater, but that's all right. So there we go. And that's how I adhere it. You could also use a glue dot, or you know, some kind of a liquid that is quick drying. And our scissors, don't use the scissors that are our non-stick scissors. The ones with the black. Use the ones that are not non-stick. They cut ribbon much better. And I have a string on here so that I know this is my ribbon scissors. I don't use this on paper. I could, but I don't. I have them both, so I used one on paper, one on ribbon or fabric, so that I keep it nice and sharp. Okay, so that's how I do this piece. So here's this. So you saw how I stamped that. Now I had pre-colored one because I don't want to hold you up and make you watch me color it. But I will tell you the blue, True Blue blend is what I used on these little bluebell type. And I used the pale pink shades for the pink. And I used, I believe, the gold yellow for the little flowers. Those are the colors I use to try to match the colors in the papers that I'm using. These papers are from the Hillside Cottage collection that's current this month. And you're also going to get the zip strip, which is going to go across here like this. And I'm going to stamp on this before I adhere it. I'm going to use this Just Keep Smiling again. Whoa, my ink pad is so inky. I must have re-inked this one. Oh, let's see. I got ink all over on here. So I'm just going to wipe that off. And hopefully it'll be okay. We'll test it. It's really inky. Alright, let's pray this comes out okay. I'm not going to press it on there too hard. And make sure I get it without getting my head in the... Oh, that's perfect. Alright. Phew! I averted disaster there, right? Okay. So let me wipe this off so it doesn't dry on here. Where is my stamp chamois? Oh. You know our stamp chamois is great for cleaning your ink pads. So, alright, now let's put this together. And you can use tape or glue, whatever you like. I'm going to use this green glue. Don't get this on your fingers. Your fingers will be sticky forever. It's great glue otherwise. It's just what I have available at this particular time, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to adhere this down. Some pieces, some of the card kits might not have the stitching on this pink piece. It really doesn't matter. You might have one piece of the white that's not stitched. It depends on when I put the kit together. So just use what you have. If you got the stitching, you do. If you don't, you don't. It keeps a little variety in there. Alright, so I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to run it along the tip of the pink paper. Oh, and some kits may have the yellow already attached to the cardstock, because this was the paper that had the zip strip to it. So some of them I cut apart, some of them I didn't, depending on the paper, because the opposite side has this on it. And when I cut the zip strip off, it depended on what way the design went and if I could turn the paper. Anyway, make a long story short, your zip strip may not be cut apart from the pink. Just to keep it that, so you know if you get it in your kit. Alright, so you can trim these off, and I'm going to, because I don't want there to be a bump once I put the border around the paper, or border around this piece. And I cut into it. Hopefully it won't show. Flip it over to cut it. It just has better results. I don't know why that is. It's easier to cut it when you flip it over. Okay, so I'm going to now put this onto my base card. And I hope everybody is enjoying our beautiful weather. And Happy birthday to Cheryl. I missed that post on Facebook. And happy Mother's Day to everybody. Alright. So now I'm going to put just a little line of glue around this. I find it's easier, I've been trying to remember to do it, to put the glue here and then stick this on it so that I don't have glue on the back of this pink piece and have it drop somewhere it shouldn't. All right. And if I have my bone folder, I can adhere this down. Oh. This is my old bone folder. I now have a Teflon one that I love. It doesn't leave marks on your paper. So there we go. All right, so there's the difference. This one does not have the stitching around this white piece. This is one solid piece here. The border, pink border went over the top. I used, oh, that little stamp on the back. I didn't use it on this one. Oh, let me show you. This little stamp in your stamp set, this little one here, I use that to make little dots of different colors to match. I like that look. I could go and add that here. I didn't get those inks out to have ready for this demo, but just remember that you can add the little dots on that card, and it'll be on the photo in your card kit. Okay, so that's card one. Now we'll do the shaker card and get that done. In your card kit, you will get all your little sequin mix. And I gave you a lot of different ones in there, so you can pick and choose. There's enough in here for the two shaker cards that you'll be making. You'll get 2 pieces of ribbon. You'll get 2 foamies, 2 acetates, 2 pieces of Stamp-On. This is one I've already done to get ready for this. You'll get 2 of these. You might get one that's pink. You might get one that's white. You'll get this strip that goes behind your circle for extra interest. You will get your base. This is your background. And this is, again, the same as the other card design to put here. Okay, so let's attach this down. And it'll get done and dried while we're putting the shaker together. And I think I'm going to put the frame on first this time, if my glue comes out. There it is. So we'll put the frame on. And we'll put the inside on. Okay. And again, don't let that glue get on your fingers. It is sticky stuff. All right. And I got it on my fingers. Comes off with rubbing alcohol or soap and water. Okay. So my base is ready to go. And here is the circle that you will have in your kit. This is a 3x3 block. So put your stamp on here. And where'd my ink go? Right in front of me. It's got to be. Oh, here it is. To the side end. All right. I'm trying to remember not to get this all inky. I think sometimes I have better control going this way. That looks good. All right, let's hope I get this lined up so I don't get my head in the way. So you see my messy ponytail. Okay, press down. Now, if you ever have your paper stick to your stamp, it's okay. I'll show you an extra trick to make sure you get a good image. Lift it up, press it, and then rub around the back. This just makes sure you get a little more consistency with your ink. Just make sure that that paper doesn't move or you'll smear it, okay? So then you can just take it off and you get a really good image. All right, so now this needs clean. All right, so then you have your image. Now you can color it however you like. On this one, I used my foam daubers with ink to color it in, and it really disappears in the background because it's the same colors and it hardly ever even shows. So I thought I would use one that has more white without coloring it, and you know, coloring over the white, whereas this one has all the white covered in color, so it really disappears in that background. And if you like that, that's fine. I like it, but I wanted to try it with the white, because see how much more it pops having the white show. Yeah, and then your eye goes to that image. Okay. Now you can also put a little banner in there with a sentiment if you would like. I'm not going to do that because I'll put the sentiment on the inside. All right, so now to make your shaker, and this is the standard way you make a shaker with our circles. Tweezers. Okay, so this is all foam, all these little foam pieces. So you're going to get all these little foam pieces to use, to keep. So you're going to go around the outside with a sharp tool. Scissors, I use my tweezers because I use my tweezers for everything. And we now have our tweezers back in stock. So if you don't have a good pair of tweezers, I love our tweezers. They're very sharp and fine and pointy, so be careful because they are dangerous. They're dangerous. So you're going to take this protector sheet off. Okay. And now that is sticky there, okay? So you want to be careful. Let's see. I need the powder tool so that it doesn't stick to everything. Let's see if I can find one. Here's one. This is a new one I just got. It's called the Perfect Crafting Pouch. Because Close to My Hearts has been out of stock for a while. I think they're back in stock now, but now I have another one, so it's okay. Okay, it actually leaves a lot of residue. I don't know if I like that or not. Okay, but the sequins won't stick so much to it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this directly on here. And there's a lot of different ways you can put this together, okay? I'm going to take this off, and hopefully the innards will come with it. You'll just have that perfect foam circle. Now, if you take the foam circle off of this piece and try to stick it down, sometimes it can be wonky. Oh, and it even was a little wonky anyway. I think that's because my finger got in there. That's okay. It won't show under this piece anyway. Okay. I'm going to put some glue there though because I don't want my sequins to seep out of there. Just in case. We don't want any escapees. Alright. So that's there. Paper towel. Got a little seepage. Alright. Always happens on video, right? Alright, so this is your acetate. And you're going to have a little piece of plastic on one side, and you can't tell which side, so you have to use your fingernail to try to rub it off. And I think it's on this side. Or you can use the tweezers. Or maybe scraping. Always do it at the corner too, because then it'll be covered up and you won't see it. And you know, I never have a problem finding the plastic. And of course on video, there it is. Okay. So there's the plastic. All right. So this is the side I want up. I want this side up, and I can peel that off after. If I peel it off now, it's going to cause a lot more static cling than if I peel it up later, okay? So I want to add my sequins now, and you can use a little spoon or some little tool to do it. They are in little, some of them are in even littler bags than this. You don't want them to get onto your foam and stick like that. So you're just going to put a few in the middle here. Ooh. And then move them around and make sure that they aren't all stuck together. And you can flip them over so that the other side is up. Because that way they slide around better if they're with the cup side up. So arrange them how you want them. Oh, and the colors I use to color this were the same as I use on the other one. The yellow, the gold yellow blend, the true blue blend, and the pale pink shades. Okay. Whoops. So there we go. Whoops. So make sure they're not on top of each other so that they shake around. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to put the acetate on top, and some of them might jump up to stick to it, but a lot more would jump up if I had already peeled off the plastic. Okay, so now you're going to peel off your plastic, and you got your shaker. It's so pretty, and they're all stuck to it because of the static cling, which that'll go away after a little while. Okay, so this glue is really good to adhere this piece onto here. And remember, we're going to just put a little bit around the outside. Let's see, that with the glare, it's hard to see what I'm doing. And you don't have to put a lot, so don't put a lot because you don't want any seepage, because it makes your acetate cloudy. Okay, so that piece is now done. Okay, so now this, whoa, I can't believe I did that. All right, this is going to go on here. All right, and I wouldn't have done that otherwise. All right, you do have a little pink piece that goes underneath. And I forgot to put it there first. This, if you put it down before you put your, let's see if I can move that while I come apart. Before you put your frame around it, it will fit perfect. Okay. Hang on. Don't look at my messy hair bun. Oh, cutter. So this we're going to need to cut a little bit off so that it fits. I think it's 3 3/4. I'll leave just a little bit and check it. Yep, 3 3/4 is how wide that piece is. So let's put that on there. Okay, like that. And this is optional. You don't have to put this piece on it if you don't want to. It just adds a little more interest. Especially looks nice if you have that, if this piece is the pink. It looks really pretty. Okay. So that goes on there. And I will glue that down after I'm sure this is not going to come apart. My sequin spilled. So now the only thing left is the ribbon. So let me do that. And that's this piece again. And just going to tie a bow, and I'm going to show you how to do the bow. I've showed a lot of people this, and I always like to re-show it because it's easy to forget how. So you're going to hold the ribbon between your thumb and your first finger, and you're going to put it. This is like a bow easy method, okay? But using your fingers, wrap it around your fingers, and however many loops you want. Right, so I'm going to have 2 loops, and I'm going to go, now I'm holding it here, and I'm going to go in between these 2 fingers, okay, so it's around, you're making a loop around your loops, okay, so here's a loop here, and I'm going to go in there, and that's going to create your knot, okay. So you're going to go in between these 2 fingers, in here. Come on. All right. It's going to go in between those 2 fingers, stay there. Okay. So there's your knot right there. And it just loops around those. Pull it tight. And then take your fingers out. And you have a really pretty bow. Okay. And you can adjust these. You can make some of them bigger, some of them smaller. Pull that one. I gotta pull it tighter. All right. Okay. So there's a double loop bow. And again, we're going to make my little glue dot with this tape. Fold it together. Make your own little glue dot. I'm going to put it under here. Cut your ribbon. Adjust your little tails. And I usually take more time than that to make my bow pretty. So, you know, take your time, make it nice. There's your bow. And there you go. And that's how you make your other card. Okay, so you get to make 2 of these. You get to keep all your foam, use that for other things. And 2 of these. So, oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. I don't know if you watched earlier. I said happy birthday. Sorry I missed it. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer it. Thank you for joining me. And if you got the stamp of the month this month, you'll be getting your card kits soon because I'll mail them out after I get this video posted. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day.